Alrighty, what's going on YouTube? So, sorry in advance for the lack of uploads. I've been doing a lot of stuff but behind the scenes, but if you're watching this video and you look from the thumbnail, yes, it is true, I no longer have the Jeep. I know, I'm kind of sad about it too, but the Jeep is sold, or actually, it is traded. So, yeah, I actually traded the Jeep, and the reason why I traded it is because the Jeep was just, it was a lot. Like, it had a lot of stuff wrong with it that in order to fix it and make it right, I was gonna have to redo the entire thing, basically. So, if y'all watch my video about it, the suspension was literally mix matched. It had like 4 different brand stuff on there. And it didn't ride or drive bad, but there are days where it was just a pain in the butt to drive because, you know, it'd be like loose and what have you. It was just, it got to the point where I was barely driving it. And so I stuck it up on Marketplace just to kind of feel it out, see if anybody would be interested. I got little to no messages about it. Like, believe it or not, like, I guess Jeeps were just not doing that great, or the fact that it had a rebuilt title. I think that's what it was, just the fact that I had a rebuilt title. Because I had people message me and then found out I had a rebuilt title, and they're like, oh, well, never mind, which I put it in the ad. I don't know why people still ask when it's in the ad. Marketplace things, if you know, you know. But I had one dude message me, and he offered me a trade. And I had a couple trade offers, but none of them were really, not really worth it in my opinion. But this one seemed pretty worth it. So let me know what y'all think. If y'all think I made a good trade. If not, no, that's leave in the comments. What could I have done different? But I think for what I got, it's actually worked out pretty well. But y'all ain't never gonna guess what it is. Like, I'm just letting you know right now, because I never once thought I would trade my Jeep for this. But yeah, without further ado, let's show y'all. But wait, there's more. That's right. So yes, not only did I trade the Jeep for a car, but I also got a four-wheeler. And now I got 2 four-wheelers in my collection. Ignore the messy garage. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started with the four-wheeler. So this is a 2014 Honda Rancher 420. And I did not know this about these four-wheelers, but this is an automatic. So if you look right here, turn the key on, it's got a drive option. And then if you come over here, that's when you can shift your gears. Plus it's also electric shift too. But I didn't know this was a thing with these four-wheelers, because mine over there, it's just a little foot pedal. I knew they had electric shift, but I didn't know they had a little thing now where you can flip it to drive. And I gotta say, that is the coolest freaking thing ever. And it's made me really fall in love with this four-wheeler, just having that alone. It's not a big deal to shift gears with the switch or your foot or nothing. Man, heck, I did without them for all these years, but I just thought that was really cool. But as you can see, it is camo. The guy said that he replaced all the plastics on it, like, or at least this plastic. This is still all the original. The seat is literally like the only thing wrong with it. And what it was, his son, he had like a 2 or 3-year-old son, and he just got to where he was picking at it, and that's what kind of happened here. But other than that, this four-wheeler is in amazing shape. It's got the good wheels on. I love these HD wheels. They kind of remind me of my SS wheels over there. It's got a light bar that works, and I think he has a hook to the high beams. And this one's also got a winch. So now I got 2 four-wheelers with a winch. The only thing he said about the winch is that he left it unspooled one day. So now sometimes you have to play with it to get it to work. I haven't even tried it yet, but Maybe I will eventually. But it also came with this little wireless remote right here to be able to control it wirelessly. Mine don't have that. It's got the little handle right here to switch to four-wheel drive. I want to see if I can flip the light bar on. Is that a light bar? No, it's not. It's the other one. That. There it is. So now having the LED light bar, I'm definitely going to swap out these headlights for LEDs too. But, yep, light bar works. Everything works on this. There's literally hardly anything wrong with it. But, yeah, I gotta say, this has been one of my favorite parts of the trade. I've been driving this thing around the yard, driving it up and down the road. I absolutely love it. A part of me has thought about selling my yellow one and keeping this one, even though I could probably get more money off of this one. But in hindsight, I think I'm just gonna end up keeping both of them just because I have like a attachment to my yellow one for some reason. Don't know why. I just love my yellow one. This one is just so nice and convenient that that's the only reason I don't want to get rid of it. I just love it so freaking much. But we'll see. I might end up selling it. I don't know yet. Now here's the one that I never really thought that I would trade for, because I'm trading a Jeep Wrangler for a Nissan Altima. And I'm also trading it for a Nissan Altima that is notorious for transmission issues. But luckily, knock on wood, this one does not have any. This car is actually in really good shape. Other than the front bumper right here and this little gap right here, that's literally the only thing wrong with the car. There's not a single dent, not a single scratch in the rest of it. And the guy I got it from, he said he was like the second owner. And apparently the car is a 2013. It apparently got wrecked. Like it had a little bit of front end damage in 2014. So it was still fairly new when it got wrecked. But I guess they fixed it all up, and then he drove it for the remainder of the time, like the past 11 years he's been driving it. He's driven this car down to Florida, to Georgia. I mean, he's driven this car everywhere. So it's a really nice car, and driving it personally, I really like it. I never thought I would really like having a Nissan Altima, but you know, this one has been very nice. The wheels have seen better days. I've been trying to find a set of another factory Altima wheels, maybe like a different style, because I like these, but I was kind of looking for a little, maybe some newer styles, but I can't find none on Marketplace right now. The tires, there are two different tires in the front and the back, and they're actually a size smaller. They're supposed to be 235s, and this one's a 225, but still not that big of a deal. They ride good, so I don't really care. I've been using this car, just kind of taking it back and forth to work, mainly to keep the miles off Maverick here, because Maverick has been racking up the miles here lately, and I hate it. I got this truck with like 80-some thousand miles on. Now it's at almost at 140, and I'm ready to start doing my cool stuff to it that I've had on the shelf for over a year now. I'm ready to start putting all that stuff on here. So that was the main reason I went ahead and did the trade, because not only did I get two things that are 11 and 12 years newer than the Jeep, this car actually is one of the nicest cars I've ever owned. And I've owned a few cars. This is one of the nicer ones. Let's see. It's got a nice little wood grain interior, leather interior. Let's see. Yeah. It's got 134,000 miles on it. And I know that is where these transmissions like to go out. But it's got Bluetooth radio, which is awesome. It's got backup camera, which is awesome. It's got heated leather seats and a heated steering wheel, which did not know these cars had heated steering wheels. I knew about the heated seats, did not know about heated steering wheels. And one thing that the guy didn't tell me about, and he told me when he came here, it's got a friggin' remote start. Again, I didn't know this car had a remote start. That is so freaking cool. So I literally traded the Jeep for this, a 2002 Jeep Wrangler that the AC was working, but the blower motor was starting to go out, and then it rode okay, but it drove like crap, for this thing that rides good, drives amazing, gets 33 miles a gallon, which is double what the Jeep was getting. and I'll let you listen to it. And it's also a push button start. And unfortunately, this one does have a check engine light too, but the check engine light on it, it's a catalytic converter. And I did check the code before I did the deal to make sure. It was the only code on the car. Another issue with the car, and this is kind of one of the bigger issues, the AC is non-existent in this thing. I've been driving this car for the past, about maybe, when did I do the trade? Maybe about a month ago. Maybe almost a month ago now. So I've been driving the car with the windows down just because, you know, why not? But I think I know why the AC doesn't work. So the compressor's good. It's got Freon in it. And I think this is why right here. If you look right there, the temperature says negative 22 degrees. I'm in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. It's not negative 22 degrees outside. So I got to investigating it, and the sensor, I think the sensor's bad. So what I think is happening is that the computer thinks that it's so cold outside that it doesn't need the AC on. So that's why it's not even kicking on. Like you turn AC on, literally nothing happens. I think it's because the car thinks it's so cold outside that it doesn't need it. But you know, your defrost runs off the compressor too. Defrost works amazing. The heater works amazing. So I think that's all it is just that sensor. So I have to run to the junkyard and maybe see if I can find one. But other than just like a few other like tiny little issues, the AC being the biggest one, I do have a headlight out. And what's funny is that the headlight's out right here, but the marker bulb is out over here. Crazy. But I am going to get some new bulbs. I might swap them all out for LED. I think this side is either a HID. I don't know if this is factory or not, but it's like a HID or xenon headlight. Because you can tell when you turn it on, it's like it kind of warms up and it's like a bluish white color. This one is not working, but the high beams, they're just regular halogen, which I hate that. I wish they would just make them both the same. That always got on my nerves. It's got LED fog lights, and here, actually, I'll show you. All right, so you see it's got LED fog lights, and I don't know why that looks blue on camera. It's not blue, it's actually white. But at some angles it does look blue, but it's actually white. But yeah, it's got LEDs here, and as you can see, that one's working, that one's not working. But I'm gonna get some new bulbs. We're gonna change all those out. The grill, I'm kind of undetermined on the grill. I don't care for it. I really don't like all this chrome right there. What I thought about doing was painting it black. So I don't know, I might play around with that. We'll see. But yeah, you can see the front bumper. Front bumper just needs like a good little paint job. It's not broken or anything. It's just got a lot of paint chips and a lot of fading on it right here. But honestly, the bumper just needs a good little paint job, and it'd be good to go. It'd be like a brand new car, honestly. And this, we'll have to look into this because I'm not really sure what's causing that. But anyways, we'll get that figured out. All right, so I decided to go ahead and include all this in the same video, but I actually just got back from the junkyard and I managed to score a factory grill, which, believe it or not, is like near impossible to find. Luckily, the junkyard I went to, they like just got one in, so they had like literally everything I needed on the one car. I went and looked at the other cars just to make sure if there was a better one. Yeah, there wasn't any other one. Apparently, they're like the first things to go. So luckily, I snagged me a factory grill, which is awesome for like 30 bucks. Awesome. But now we're gonna look into the AC. All right, so if y'all remember, I told y'all about that ambient sensor that I think might be bad. So this is where it's supposed to be, and those are the wires that lead up to it. So I crawled under here the other day and I noticed that the sensor was completely gone. Like the wires are just completely either cut off or broke off or something. So that's probably why the temperature is reading negative 22 degrees. So luckily the junkyard had one. Luckily the whole front end of that car was still intact. So I got it, I cut the wire far enough back. I actually cut it way too long. I didn't know I had this much wire under here. So
We're gonna go ahead and wire that up real quick, and we're gonna see if that fixes my AC. All right, that's what it's supposed to look like. All right, well, fun fact that I just learned, these headlights are not just normal headlights. They are actual xenon HID headlights that don't have xenon HID bulbs. They are actually behind that white thing, and it's all like its own ballast and everything. Like, it's factory like that. So, unfortunately, I'm still gonna be stuck with one headlight. But let's see if the AC's fixed at least. Alrighty, now that we got that sensor installed, it took a minute, but as you can see, our temperature gauge is actually reading the actual temperature now. And now, let's see what happens. All the dog hair. I don't know if y'all heard it, but it did kick on. And this thing is blowing ice cold. Heck yeah, that's an easy fix. That's crazy. All it is just a little sensor causes all that. Cool. Now let's get on to the other things. Alright, the next order of business is to get rid of this really ugly chrome grill. Some of y'all may like it. Personally, it's not my cup of tea. So I went to the junkyard and I got me a factory grill to throw back in it. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright, I kind of probably made that a little more complicated than it needed to be, but apparently I took all these bolts out and I took this little washer thing off. If you take this little thing off, it just kind of sticks down in there. If you take this off, you actually get perfect access through here to get to that other screw, like right here on this corner. You actually get really good access to it. And plus, this grill is actually not on there the right way at all. Like, it had some random screws here, screw down here. I mean, it had some screws in some really random places. So it wasn't even on there right, but either way, we got it off. And this is just personal preference, really. I just really like the factory grill better than this thing. A part of me has thought about actually painting it black, see if it'll look better, but at the same time, I might just throw it up on Marketplace, see if somebody wants it. If nobody buys it, then maybe I'll paint it black. But for right now, we're gonna put this factory one back in there because I think it'll look a lot cleaner. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all this too. I don't know what the heck they got going on there. They got all these freaking screws running around to it. But this is how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like little factory, little push pin deals. So I just think that's just hilarious, honestly. We also did manage to snag one of these too, so. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Alright y'all, that's going to wrap up this video. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think I made a good trade? Do y'all think I should have just kept the Jeep? In my personal opinion, I think I came out really good considering I got a car and a four-wheeler that is 11 to 12 years newer than what the Jeep was. The Jeep was an 02. Car's a 13, four-wheeler's a 14. I think I came out really freaking good. And the main thing with the car is that the AC wasn't working. AC turned out to be a really quick, easy fix. So now I got a perfectly good running and driving car and a really, really good running and driving four-wheeler. So yeah, I think it's gonna wrap this up. If y'all want to see more content of the car, if y'all want to see more content with the four-wheeler, since I got two four-wheelers now, maybe me and the wife could go on four-wheeler rides. Maybe I could do some videos of that. You know, there's a lot of options here. So let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of these two, or even this one. And yeah, hope y'all have a good day. Also, on a quick note, I need some help coming up with names for this car. You know, we got Maverick, we got Casper. The Jeep we call Juke. So And my wife's car we call Tori. We need a name for this car. I just don't have a name for it yet. And where do you think you're going? Yeah, leave in the comments what y'all think would be a good name for it. And I'll catch y'all later.